So I'm just pulling out of a film shoot right here, and I must communicate to all of you friends out there, all of you nonprofit volunteers, leaders, Amazon Smile is a scam. Absolutely, unequivocally a scam. But Beau, they're not actually taking money from you, they are. And I'm gonna break it down with real world examples. First of all, a lot of you might pull the anecdotal card and say, Beau, this is your personal experience. How can you tell with your own nonprofit that you have run since 2010? In fact, us at Knok Studio are given the unique opportunity to sit at the feet of giants. So we are a nonprofit film studio, which means that we produce films for other nonprofits. I go all over the world. I've been to over 33 different countries, filmed a ton, both domestically here in the States and overseas. And what I've observed is what works for some nonprofits, especially when it comes to fundraising, and what does not work when it comes to fundraising. And so you might even say that Knok Studio, our nonprofit, has this unfair advantage. Another unfair advantage that I'd like to impart on you is I am actually an Amazon influencer myself. I make bank referring people to Amazon.com to buy stuff on there. I buy stuff on there. I love Amazon, it's fantastic. And yet, when it comes to Amazon Smile, the kickback that they give compared to actual influencers and the Associates program, it is peanuts. It is not worth your time. As a matter of fact, I would wager that not only is it not worth your time, but it is detracting what true donors would be giving you otherwise to your nonprofit. I'm gonna give a real example. So a good friend of mine, his name is Tom, he and my brother-in-law just started their own nonprofit. I'm excited for them. They're going out into the world to share the love of Jesus through medical needs, through all sorts of needs cross-culturally. And so Tom, he basically said, hey man, I've got this Amazon Smile thing. Sounds like a great program. I mean, A, I'm gonna be shopping on Amazon anyway, and B, every little bit helps. Those are my top two, I'm gonna say excuses. Those top two reasons why people use Amazon Smile. And I'm gonna break those down, why those are a complete farce. First of all, every little bit helps. Now, unless we are specifically talking about that parable, actually it's not really a parable, it's a true story of when Jesus saw the widow giving all she had, and it meant so much to her, the widow's mite. And you remember him talking about that, saying, you know what, she has given more than any of you have. Basically his point is, it depends on how much of yourself you're actually giving. Don't look at the monetary value. Now in that context, every little bit helps, in terms of every little bit will impact the kingdom of God. I understand that, absolutely. However, when it comes to fundraising, every little bit does not help. Allow me to explain. Let's say that a poor widow comes to your nonprofit and she says, I have a quarter that I would like to donate to your nonprofit. I'm on a fixed income, Social Security, even this quarter is a lot. Otherwise, I would be buying a Christmas present for my grandson. That quarter means a lot. That's amazing, right? And that's actually the point of Jesus' story, right? The widow's mite. However, what if Jeff Bezos came to you and said, I have a quarter and I'd like to give it to your nonprofit? It doesn't carry as much weight, does it? And you're gonna take that quarter and you're probably gonna say, thanks, Jeff, but we really can't do a lot with just this quarter. If that's what you're inferring, that you're truly making an impact on the lives of people through our nonprofit. If you think that for a moment, you are gravely mistaken. And that's exactly what Amazon is doing right here. Let's break down some real world numbers. Last quarter, I being my nonprofit that I run, we made $118 from Amazon Smile. Now, years ago, I would say, that's amazing. That's $118 that we otherwise would not have gotten. I'm gonna be thankful for that. That's just within my faith. to be thankful and to have gratitude for gifts, right? But let's break that down. 0.5% of purchases made by people through the Amazon Smile program, they go as a donation from Amazon to a nonprofit of your choice. 0.5%. Now, I'm just gonna say right now that as an Amazon influencer, I'm making between 1 and 7% by allocating funds and telling people to buy stuff off of Amazon if they click on a special link. It's basically the same thing as Amazon Smile. The only difference is Amazon Smile is giving 0.5%. So of anything, you should sign up for the Amazon Associates program and be an actual influencer instead of this rotten 0.5%. Think about this for a moment. I actually broke down my personal orders on Amazon. In the first quarter of this year, I spent $7,000 on Amazon. Now, a lot of that was business expenses. If you're thinking, wow, Beau, you buying quite a bit. A lot of it is business expenses. $7,000, okay? Every single time I clicked on the Amazon Smile link, guess how much I contributed through spending $7,000? $35. That's how much that was given to Knok Studio. $35. Now, again, I hear what you're saying. Well, Beau, that's $35 that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. False. Absolutely false. This is where the mind of a nonprofit fundraiser kicks in. If you have on your website 3 choices, 1, give immediately to Knok Studio, one-time gift, okay? 2, you can give on a subscription basis, monthly. And if people pledge to give $20 a month, $100 a month, that's amazing. That right there is the golden unicorn of fundraising, because then you can rely off of these funds every month. That's like number 1 right there. Now we're gonna have a third option to give, and we're gonna call it Amazon Smile. People might click on that last option and they think that they're actually contributing just as much, if not more, than the first 2 options. If someone has the ability to spend $7,000 on Amazon.com, they have the ability to donate more than $35 to a nonprofit. Do you see what I'm getting at? So that's a distraction for donors. They think by clicking on Amazon Smile, wow, I'm contributing to this nonprofit, and they're not compared to the other 2 options. So for me, on our website, I flat out removed the Amazon Smile option because it's a disservice. You're basically duping your donors into thinking they're actually giving as much as the other options. Bro, just give me $100 in a year and you will probably give me 5 times as much as that you otherwise would have contributed from the Amazon Smile program, right? It makes a lot of sense. Number 2 reason why it's an absolute scam. Amazon Smile is leveraging desperate nonprofits to spam their audience, put in their emails, put in their Facebook posts, put banners all over their social media saying, please, please shop on Amazon, because when you shop on Amazon, you're contributing towards us. And they'll probably say something like, every little bit helps, which, as you well know, it does not. If I give you a penny for your nonprofit, unless that's my only penny, then God will use that. But if I give you a penny, let's be honest with me. Are you gonna say, yeah, I'm really going to the ATM to deposit this penny? So stop saying that every little bit helps, because that's what Amazon Smile is doing. They're giving pennies to these amazing nonprofits in exchange for these incredible nonprofits spamming their audience. No! So the audience has only a limited amount of capacity to read in an email. You really only want to have like maybe 4 or 5 important points. Maybe one point is, hey, you're invited to our spaghetti feed fundraiser. Maybe another point is, here's a great video that Knok Studio filmed for our nonprofit, and we're doing amazing work in Africa. right? And you can go through these points. And if one of those points is donate to Amazon Smile, that takes real estate in your email and in the donor's heart. And who's to say that your reader sees just that? Click here to donate on Amazon Smile, and they don't see any of the other incredible work that you're doing, and they pluckily click on Amazon Smile and they go buy a treadmill, and Amazon donates $2 to you as your nonprofit. $2. No, don't donate $2. Come to our spaghetti feed and donate $1,000. Come on a mission trip to Africa and actually change lives. Don't dupe people into thinking that they're actually giving a significant amount to your nonprofit by shopping through Amazon Smile. So, what do you do with this information? Do you remove Amazon Smile from your website? You can, you cannot. Honestly, if you're a big mover and shaker, let's say you're Compassion International or World Vision, and you have 5,000 people who click on Amazon Smile before making a purchase, it's probably worthwhile to you to keep that. But if you're a small fry nonprofit, let's say you're making less than $1 million a year, absolutely cut ties with Amazon Smile. It is not worth your energy. Already, you have watched 15 minutes of some guy in Washington State ranting about Amazon Smile, and this should be the last 15 minutes you should ever contribute towards Amazon Smile. Remove that from your website and instead, in its place, put, here's our Venmo, here's our Cash App, here's our PayPal. You know what? If you really love our work, don't go shopping on Amazon and contribute that way. You're giving us like 77 cents. Give us $10 cash. Yeah, how awesome is that? Now, before I let you go, I'm going to give you one last example why Amazon Smile is just a rotten scam of a program. This morning, I received from a very good friend a screenshot of an email that said, Beau, look at how much I contributed towards Knok Studio by shopping on Amazon. And it said $118 right there. These emails make the donors think that they themselves, they personally contributed $118. They did not. That email is a culmination of everybody who's clicked on that link, including me, including my $7,000 worth of purchases and my measly $35 out of that amount that I contributed. That's rotten of them. So this guy, God rest his soul, he's a brilliant, wonderfully generous fellow, but I'm kind of ticked off at Amazon Smile for tricking this guy into thinking he's contributing $118. He's not. That's a culmination of everybody clicking that link. Isn't that lame? So that's what Amazon Smile does. They leverage desperate nonprofits. They make you spam your audience to make people buy on Amazon. Now, if they bumped it up to what actual affiliates and influencers are making, like 7% for referring people to Amazon, now we're talking. That's a kickback. That's worthwhile. But 0.5%, every little bit helps. That's an absolute false lie. There are lies dripping down the proverbial mustache of Jeff Bezos. Shame on him for making people think that Amazon is being generous. Amazon, stop the Amazon Smile program. Instead, every single one of these Amazon programs, just give them $500. You guys can afford it. You guys at Amazon, take that, use it for marketing. Hey, we're cutting the Amazon Smile program, and as a friendly farewell, we're giving every Amazon nonprofit $500. Now that's awesome right there. Wow, they could leverage that, and people would be like, Amazon, you rock. Amazon could afford this if they wanted to do that, and it'd be brilliant marketing. So that's it, guys. Less than 15 minutes. Why Amazon Smile is an outright scam.